Hi, this is Krista Stefani. This training module will walk through how to complete the information being requested on the Direct Support Professional Wages and Hours, or the Direct Support Employee tab of the State of Nebraska's Department of Health and Human Services Aged and Disabled and Past Services Cost Survey. What we are looking for on this tab is for you to populate the wages and salaries paid to the direct support professionals who are providing services through the aged and disabled and past services. These positions should be those workers who are generally working directly with the individuals to provide them with the supports and the services they need in accordance with their service plan. We are asking you to provide and populate this information with the positions that generally provide those services. We do recognize that there is a staff shortage currently in effect in today's economy, and realize that other positions, such as program administrators, may step in to help out when there isn't a direct support professional to fulfill the service needs. But for the purposes of this cost survey, we would like to collect that information related to who generally provides this service in a fully staffed environment. With that being said, the information we are requesting on this survey includes the following. First, please indicate an employee position. We do have a pre-populated list you may choose from, or you may type your own job position if you feel that the position is not encompassed with one of the pre-populated titles. If you would like more information on what we feel the role of that title is and what services they may support, just scroll down on the page and there's a table that provides you with some guidance. When you complete the employee position, you do not need to complete this out for each employee. You can take the total of, for example, all chore workers and report them on one line. What you will do then is just say, here, indicate that this is for a chore worker and indicate the total salaries and wages paid to all of those employees and the related hours, and if applicable, overtime pay and overtime hours. We would also like you to indicate what the required education level for that position is. So if it's only a high school education, please indicate that. And same with the required years of experience that that position needs before they can start providing direct services. This information will assist us with the rate study when we go to validate data against nationally published data sources such as the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Having the information for what is required for the position to provide services allows us to better align with the Bureau of Labor Statistics job descriptions and requirements in validating the wages that are paid for that position. From there, you'll indicate the total salaries and wages paid for the position. Again, you can combine all chore workers onto a single line. This information should include all salary and wages that are paid, but exclude any amounts that are paid for bonuses or mileage. Those expenses will be reported separately on the Expenses tab, and please refer to the Expenses training module for more information. In addition to reporting the salaries and wages paid, please also indicate regular hours paid. If you have an employee who is an exempt employee and they are not paid hourly and you do not track their hours worked, please assume a full-time employee worked 2,080 hours for the year, assuming they were employed for the entire fiscal period. If they were employed for a portion of that, please prorate the 2,080 hours appropriately. This next column will automatically calculate a weighted average pay rate based on the salaries, wages paid, and regular hours paid. If you have non-exempt employees who are paid overtime, then you will report any overtime pay and the related hours in the next two columns, which then will calculate the weighted average overtime pay rate. And then over farther to the right, there will be automatic calculations to calculate the total salaries and wages paid and calculate the total hours paid for an overall total weighted average hourly rate. Now, once you've identified all of that information, then you'll need to indicate within the columns for each service how much time each position spent performing services for the related service identified. So for example, you have assisted living, respite care, non-medical transportation, and then other non-waiver services. As you can see right now that the total of the percentages across the row does not equal 100%, a message will pop up. Please make sure that before you submit the cost survey that this error does not appear. Once I enter an appropriate amount for other non-waiver services, then what will happen is you will see that the total wages will allocate to each service based on the percentages entered and will also calculate a total hours per service. This is important because we will use this to allocate program-related staff wages and expenses later on in the cost survey. We thank you for your time that you are taking to complete this cost survey and for reviewing this training module.